This video is to step you through how to upload images into the virtual classroom. There are a couple of things we need to remember. First one, always make sure that you have got edit mode on, otherwise you won't be able to make any changes to the virtual classroom. Using the menu bar on the left hand side, navigate to where you would like to upload your image. I've gone into Tracker. I have actually created my own folder down the bottom. I haven't made it available at the moment so that the students can't actually see any changes I'm making. So I'm actually going to open my folder by clicking on the link to it. And as you can see, I've got a couple of different images already uploaded here. This first one, Avatar, I've actually uploaded as an image, whereas this second one here is actually uploaded using Create Item facility. The benefit of being able to do it this way is that I can actually add text. So if there are extra instructions or you want to put some other information underneath the image, you can do that. When you have it uploaded as just as the image file, you aren't able to do that. So I'll go through and step you through first how to actually upload it straight as an image. I go to Build Content, just hover over that and down to Select Image. And I just put in a name in there and I'm just going to call this Avatar 2. You of course can change the color of your title for this. I'm going to browse my computer. And I have a second Buddy Poke image that I have actually saved in that folder. Now, the long description is an alternative for visually impaired people who might be viewing this one, so we're tending not to worry about putting any extra information in there. Dimensions, you can leave it as original or custom. If you go to custom though, you need to think about the size that you would like your image to go into, making sure that it's actually going to stay with the same aspect ratio so it doesn't look a little bit odd in there. I'm actually going to click No for Open in New Window, so it's just embedded straight in the virtual classroom area. Again, we've got some options that you can choose here. If you're happy for the people in the virtual classroom to see it as soon as you have submitted it, leave it as yes. If you're actually getting ready for something in a few days' time or next week and you don't want it to actually be viewed just yet, you can click no. And then you could also then actually have it set to when it will then actually become available, so you don't actually have to go back in and remember to actually make it available. So that is an option there at the moment. I'm actually just going to leave it though as yes, and also I'll select off or click off display after. If you choose, you can actually click on preview and that will give you an indication, yes, I'm happy with the size of the image in the folder. Just does seem to be a little bit slow today. And as you can see, I've actually made this a GIF, so it's that interactive image in there. Yes, I'm happy with that. I don't think it's too big at the moment, so I click Submit. It tells me up the top that it's been created successfully. I scroll down and have a look and go, yep, there she is. Now, if I actually want to change the position of where she is viewed within my folder, I actually want her up the top. I can grab that little handle at the side and keeping my cursor down, I drag her to where I want her and then click off there. Now, if you're actually wanting to upload an image via adding a folder or an item so that you can actually have your image on the front, basically the front cover of your folder, or whether you would like to add some text underneath the image to give some extra information. Unfortunately, adding images that way in Internet Explorer as I'm using at the moment, does not work. You'll just end up with a little box with a cross through it. So the trick is to actually go to Google Chrome. I actually have my eLearn open already in Google Chrome. So then I would actually locate the correct virtual classroom that we need to go to, and I would actually follow the same very similar sequence, but actually do it in Google Chrome. When I go back to Internet Explorer, I will actually be able to just refresh that page and the images should have loaded properly. So back in the Year 9 virtual classroom at the moment, again I will go to Tracker, scroll down to the bottom to find my folder, open my folder, and there we have got the avatar that I have just loaded and the 2 previous images. Sometimes they just take a little bit longer to open up there. Alright, first one I'm going to show you is how to actually add an image via item. So I go to create and then item. Again, if I could spell correctly, I'm going to do avatar 2 with text, just to show you the different steps that we can go through. Changing the color of my heading, I like to use color as much as possible. Now you can see you've got all of these options for different things that you can do inside your item at the moment. So lots of editing capability in here. Paperclip is if I want to insert a file, little photo basically to add an image. I could add a movie or some type of other media in there as well. Let's go and add our image in there. So again, I browse my computer and I need to go and locate where I have actually saved my images. Stepping through, I'm going to use the same image again. And we can see as it's just loading. Now on this one, again, I can scroll through though and see the different size of the image. Now it does have some other little options in there that I can show you in just a moment. It's created the URL in there. Again, it will ask you if I want to do image description. It is your choice. Again, I'm going to go insert. I'm happy without an image description. Now, if I actually want to make this a little bit smaller or bigger, when I click on it inside the editing box, I can actually just drag it out. I try to keep it in proportion. Now, you can see my cursor flashing to the side there. If I click underneath, I'm going to change my font to Courier, the size to 4, and type in a little message. I keep scrolling down the page to see if there are any other options that I would like to change at the moment. Again, you've got those options, permitting them to view it, yes or no, when you would like to make it available from, and then I click Submit. Now again, showing me up the top that yes, Avatar 2 has been created successfully. Always down the bottom, so we can see she is a little bit larger than in the other situation. Now I will just take you back into the Year 9 classroom and see that it is not showing up there yet, but if I click on the refresh, I'm back in Internet Explorer and I just wait for the page to reload, go back into Tracker, find my folder again, scroll down, and there is Avatar 2 with the text that I just added there a moment ago using Google Chrome. It is a little bit frustrating that we have to do this just at the moment, but unfortunately we need to find these little workarounds. Again, I'll just show you, it is the same process. Now sometimes though you might want to add a folder and have an image on the front. so that you can then actually upload documents or folders, images, files into the actual folder. So again, I can just choose a name, and again I would go through, insert the image, find where I've got it saved. I'll use the other image this time. I'll wait for it to load. Now you can see this time that it is a lot larger, so I will need to change that I can actually go to the Appearance tab. Now I have actually found a good size. If I put 124 into the first dimension box and then click Tab, it'll keep it in the same appropriate aspect ratio, and then go Insert. I'm happy for it to be without the image description, and as you can see now, it's made it a much more appropriate size. Again, yes, I'm happy for the users to view it. I don't need to keep it hidden at the moment. Always remember to click Submit. And again, that's done in Google Chrome. I'll scroll down the bottom, and there she is. Now, as I said before, that it's been created as a folder. I can actually open that folder now. And again, I've got the options of, maybe this time I actually would like to add a little video in there with some extra instructions or some little motivational video in there. I won't at the moment. Now, because I did that in Google Chrome, I've just taken us back to, again, Windows Internet Explorer. I will refresh the page just to show you that it still does load properly, but we just can't actually do the uploading for images in this way. Go down, find my folder, scroll down the bottom, and there is folder 1 with the image on the front. I'd actually like to have her closer to the top. She can be the second in line. Drop it in there. And we've got several different ways of adding images